Yo, what's up guys? This is Robert Day. Today I'm going to do some cookery that is specially catered to the young ones. Yo, what's up guys? Alright, so this is the I'm an Educator, and today I'm going to hang out my shoes and I'm not going to do some running video for today. I'm going to actually do the educator part of my I'm an Educator channel. So I'm going to show you how you can actually do cookery with your child with the air fryer. So air fryer is something that's easy to manage, and it's very easy and it's safe for the kids to operate, even if of course under the supervision of an adult. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this cookery session with your little one. Alright, let's go. I'm sure that some of you parents actually felt that it seems so incredible when you look at some of the YouTube videos where those educators who actually show you how to do with the kids, and it seems to be so easy, right? But well, those even with the presence of the kids, right, the kids are already attuned to the way that the educators style of doing cookery and the expectation that the adults wanted. So I will show you how you actually can do it in the comfort of your own home, and how you can help your kids better when to get them involved in this cookery session with them, and especially for them, right? So remember, this cookery is meant for the kids. So whatever you do, let the kids take lead. You are there to facilitate whatever that you hope to achieve in the cookery session. Remember, the end product is not important, because all the food here, they are edible. So even if, unless they are totally burnt or they are undercooked, but most of the ingredients here that you see are edible by itself, even when it's not cooked, except with the exception of some. Okay, then later on you understand why I meant that the kids can spend more time working on their food themselves, right? So without further ado, let's get on to it. So first of all, it's one of the most common ones that we do in childcare centers, which is very popular, which is what we call the bread pizza. Bread pizza is one of the easiest, and yet is one of the favorite among the kids. They love how it tastes, and they love how they can hands-on totally from the start to the end. So this, I would recommend this, is because you totally can let them hands-on. So what happens is that you just need to give them one work bowl. So whatever that they have prepared themselves, they will put it in just before they do some placements on the pizza itself, right? So this will be specially dedicated for them. Do not prepare anything for them, just give them the raw ingredients. Let's see how it looks like. For this pizza, we definitely need the bread. Okay, this bread here. You can choose white bread, but I will for this case we will recommend white bread. Although for healthy eating we usually go for wholemeal bread, but wholemeal bread don't really work well. So because it has this, it doesn't really flatten well. Because we're going to do this kind of pizza, which is a bit of thin crust kind of pizza. Next will definitely be cheese. I use this cheese is because it's for convenience, but if you really want to get the kids involved, right, get this kind of sliced cheese. This kind of sliced cheese. And then what you do is, you give them this piece of cheese unshredded. So what you can do is, you give them this piece, you give them the expectation, you tell them how big a piece you need them to be. Ideally, we need to have the cheese to be this thin, this small, this tiny. But if you tell the kids, I want the cheese to be small, what they do is they pinch a really tiny small piece and tell you it's small. That, by the time when you finish peeling, you'll be like next day already. Tell them exactly the size. Tell them, look at your fingers, I want it to be this size. Each piece about this size. So they'll spend time doing this. Okay, that is to tell them what to do first. Right? So that is cheese. So for next one is, it depends on you. Whichever that you have have on hand convenient for you. I have some cherry tomatoes here. So this is soft. Try to look for ingredients that are soft and easy to manage, because what you can do is that you give them knives to cut. Yes, you hear me right, it's knives. But what we are talking about is butter knives. See? They don't cut really that much, but they can slice through things. Okay? But with some effort lah. Okay? So what you can do is, if you're not comfortable giving them the metal one, you can give them the plastic one. It's equally, it does the trick as well. Right? So tell them, yeah, they're going to cut through this as well with this, and they'll be very excited. If you have mushrooms at home, that'll be great too. They are equally soft, so it's easily to cut through. And even if you don't use this knife, you can use your fingers to pinch. They will come off easily. Okay? So then the other ingredients would be tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is definitely very, very delicious for them. They love it because it's sweet. Next thing is, if you have ham at home, use breakfast ham or whatever ham that you prefer, whatever they have at home. If not, if you're the kind that likes luncheon meat, it works as well. Even if they don't use their hands, they can use the knives to actually cut through, which is very fun for them. So let's see how I'm going to do this, and you have to imagine that I am working with the kids right now. This is exactly the same process that I will show the kids what to do. Alright? So these are the ingredients for this first recipe. Usually before we start the cookery, we will tell them some of the safety regulations. First thing first, knives. Do not point at themselves or other people when they are not working with it. If they are not working with it, put it on the board itself, the cutting board. Alright, so with the cutting board, they know that this is the zone that this knife should land on. And you can demonstrate to tell them it's going to be placed like this. Not this, not anywhere outside, but here. Right? So they will know. That's how they can keep themselves safe and other people safe around them. Right? The next thing is electronics. You tell them what to expect of these electronics. This is not a toy, definitely. How to operate, basically is very simple. If you are using it, this light has to be on. If you're not using it, switch it off. So that's how you teach them about safety, electrical safety. And the other thing is, if you never place anything inside, do not activate it. When you activate it, you can hear the sound. So if there's sound and there's nothing in there, call for an adult for safety. So it is kind of building up safety awareness while you're talking with them. This is an air fryer. It's very easy to operate, and it's basically you just need to have two different things that you need to set, which is the temperature and the timing. So you can tell the kids that first round you will demonstrate, adult will demonstrate first, because this pizza needs 2 steps of air frying. 2 steps. Later I'll show you. So first step, you will tell them, I will show you first. Next one, you help me press. Right? I will tell you what you can press, what to look out for, and you just press. Then we can start it. Right? So that's how it works. So that's how you can give the responsibility to the child. And they'll find it very exciting because everything is like hands on every single thing. Let's go into the preparations of actually doing of the whole pizza right now. Right? Let's go. So first of all, you need the bread, of course. So got the bread. As you can see, all my things are unprepared in a way that they will have to take it up from the sauce. Right? Do not use the end piece. It doesn't really work well because it burns. This part here burns very bad. Okay, so what you need to do is take out this piece. Right? So just put that aside first. Then what you do is you use this bread here. You don't need the corners. Like I mentioned, these sides here, they burnt very easily. So you have to take it out. So what you do is you can either ask them to use the knife, cut out the corners, or they can use their hands to peel. Okay, of course the hand peeling part is not very nice. But it doesn't matter, because later on you will understand why. So I'm going to use this knife instead, because it's faster for me. See, although it's not sharp, I can still trim it. Right? Then I'll go for all the 4 corners. Make sure I remove all the brown edges of the bread. For this last part, I'm going to use my fingers. I'm going to show you how I do it. You can show it to the kids as well. Just peel it up. See that? You can tell them this is not wasted. You can eat this. Don't waste. Next step. Bread. You're going to get this bottle or any kind of flat surface. If you have a rolling pin, use a rolling pin. If you don't have, use a bottle. Just flatten it. Why I choose a bottle is because the bottle is heavy, it has a weight. So the child doesn't really need to press down too much. Alright, just roll it and that's it. Just make sure that all the corners are flat. So you can get a thin crust pizza. And roll it out flat. That's it. And there you have a thin crust. Next, tomato sauce. Use a spoon. Or you can use a finger. Ask the kids to get messy, it's fine. Because it's nice. You can just spread out with a finger. That's it. Anyway, it's their pizza anyway. So for me, I use the back of the spoon. You can show them. It's almost like a butter knife. You use that to spread. See, once you're done, that's it. Then, this is the first step that you're going to show them. Turn it on. Set the temperature to 180. Set the time to 3 minutes. 3, right? Place the whole thing. Close it tight. Press the start button. Get that? This is for them to hear from the start to the whole process, and they can hear that it's operating. Then they know that it's operating. That's where you can tell them that, oh, if you hear this and nobody is around watching this, or nobody has placed any food in there, tell an adult to come and see whether is there anything in there and anything to worry about or not. That is operating without anything cooking inside. Good, to prevent fire hazard. So in the meantime, what you can do is, while this waiting for this, right, you can get the kids to start shredding the cheese or start cutting up all the other ingredients like the cherry tomato. Like what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take 2 pieces out here. 1, 2. This is the time when you can actually tell them, do some numeracy with them. How many pieces do we have? 1, 2, 2 pieces. Alright? You tell them I'm going to cut this into small pieces. Try them to cut halves first. From the middle, just do 1 slice. That's it. So with this, you can just poke it right down. Voila. See? Then the next one, do another cut. You can ask them, if you find that it's too big a piece, ask them to do another cut. You have time, another 2 more minutes. See? Just cut. It's fine. It's meant to be messy. Just teach them. The most important thing is, once you messed up, clean up afterwards. That's all. So once they are done, get a wok bowl, drop everything inside. So once they are done with this, you can go proceed with the next one. If they prefer ham, let them go with the ham. Ham. You don't need such a big piece. You tell them, do you need a big piece? No, right? Cut it in smaller pieces. Tell them to do it. You don't do it for them. Okay? Then tell them to leave it by the side. Ask them, is this a bit too big also for that small tiny little bread? They will say, yeah, maybe. So cut it half again. Another half, keep that. So, is this alright for your bread? They will say, yes, of course. Then they will start cutting up. So just cut. You still have another 3 seconds. It's done. And we're still cutting. So leave it there, it's fine. While you're still processing this and that is ringing out, your child will definitely ask you, hey, it's ringing, it's done, it's okay already. So you will tell them, okay, let's take a look. Let's see if it's ready, if it's okay. Let's take a look. It's hot, so you probably need to have a tongue. But you don't expect your child to operate this because around it can be very hot. So what you do is, you pick it up for them. You tell them, it's going to be very hot, I'm going to pick this up for you, okay? Then leave this down by the side. Now since we have some of the ingredients already done, so what you can do is, I would personally add a few things. You can use tomato sauce, add some more, a little bit in the middle, a little bit more, okay? Then what you do is, you start placing all your stuff. Ask them to get creative. create their own faces of the day or their friend's face. You can start putting your ham into the middle just to fill up the spaces. Yep. Alright. And over there. And what you can do is followed by the cheese that they have shredded and placed in a bowl. So you basically can decide whether you want to use shredded cheese or just a flat piece of cheese for them to do shredding by themselves. If you time that they don't have much time they will spend more time cutting it, then let it be. It's fine. Okay. So what you can do is all the shredded cheese you just lay it on top. Be generous about it, because the all important thing is that the cheese will melt over the ingredients and it will be very tasty. So that's it. Put this back in. So once you are done, put this in carefully. If you want, you can put aluminum foil below it. Put it right in there. Be careful, it's hot. So put it in there again, same thing. This time, you ask your child to do it. So what you can tell them to do is just press the temperature first, either up or down. Or you can just switch it off again, let them operate again. Okay, it's your turn. So what do we do first? Press the on button. Press. Oh, we are already 180 degrees. We will leave it there, right? Then you can ask the child, do we need to change? No, you say no need to change, it's the same. So, how long do we need? 3 minutes, they will say, because that's what we demonstrated just now, right? So, we do likewise. 1, 2, 3. You got a 3, right? So what do we do next? Do we press the start button? Tell them the most obvious question. Then they will say, yeah, why not? Start. And you can always ask, is it operating now? Then they will listen. They will pretend with you. It is operating now. Then you ask them one more question, which is very, very important, because some of these appliances can be very hot. You tell them, can you touch it? Basically, you can let them try. It's not that hot, but if you place it for very long enough, you will get burnt. Okay, so you can tell them to feel it. They could touch, just like that. Quick touch, tap. You can feel the heat, right? But you tell them that do not place their hand for too long, or don't even try. But let them feel that it's hot. It's okay for them to let them try. Okay? Because if you don't let them don't expose them to this kind of possible hazards, they will never know the sense of danger. You only tell them it's dangerous, but they don't know what is the consequence of the danger. It's delicious. It's done. So switch it off. Okay, now it's done. So what you can do is take it out. Some of the air fryer can actually lift up the whole dish like this. Okay, then just keep it. Okay, then that's how you can pull it out easily without burning yourself. See, that's it. Then what you can do is just put it back in. See, there you have it. Now I'm going to do the taste test right now for the bread pizza that I made just now. So let's bon appetit. It's delicious. And the cool part is it has different texture from the cheese to the crust. The crust itself is very, very crunchy. So it's very nice and very fun for the kids to enjoy. That's how the kids can enjoy their own cookery. And because it's made by them, they appreciate it more, and they can be so proud. They can tell you that, hey, I did this myself. Or they can go to their other adults saying that, I've done my own cookery myself, you know. I operated the air fryer myself, you know. So it's best that if you can do a recording for them, like what I'm doing right now. So once they've done this for them, they'll appreciate it more, because they can use this and show it to their friends as well. Alright guys, so that's all for the cookery with your kids. So if you have enjoyed this this content as much as I do, do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. So as usual, see you in the next one.